Aging brings with it a profound sense of clarity. As the hustle and noise of earlier years fade into the background, priorities shift, and the true value of peace, joy, and fulfillment becomes evident. These golden years are a time to cherish life's simple pleasures, quiet mornings, heartfelt conversations, and the beauty of living authentically. However, preserving this peace requires deliberate choices about the people and situations we allow into our lives. Not every relationship is beneficial. While some connections uplift and inspire, others can drain energy, sow discord, or disrupt tranquility. These toxic relationships, whether marked by negativity, exploitation, or disrespect, often undermine the harmony we've worked hard to create. With age comes the wisdom to recognize that not everyone deserves a place in the sacred space of your peace. Walking away from toxic relationships isn't about anger or resentment. It's an act of self-care and wisdom. It's a choice to prioritize your well-being over the demands of others, ensuring that your time and energy are spent on what truly matters. In this chapter of life, your peace is non-negotiable. This video will explore 5 types of people to distance yourself from as you grow older. By making these intentional decisions, you can protect your joy, embrace tranquility, and live your later years with grace and dignity. Let's uncover the wisdom of walking away and reclaiming the serenity that you deserve. 1. The constantly negative. The constantly negative person is someone who perpetually focuses on what's wrong with the world, their lives, or others. They seem to find fault in everything, casting shadows of pessimism over every conversation and interaction. Whether it's incessant complaints about their circumstances or a cynical outlook on life, their negativity can be contagious, draining the joy and optimism from those around them. Negativity is more than just a mindset. It's an energy that influences the environment and people nearby. Spending time with a constantly negative person can subtly shift your perspective, making it harder to see the good in your own life. Over time, this negativity seeps into your thoughts, pulling focus away from gratitude and hope. It's not always easy to recognize the toll this takes, but the weight of their presence can leave you feeling emotionally exhausted. One of the most insidious aspects of negativity is its ability to masquerade as realism. Negative individuals often claim they're just being honest, or telling it like it is, as if their pessimism is grounded in truth. However, there's a fundamental difference between realism and pessimism. Realism acknowledges challenges but leaves space for hope and solutions. Pessimism, on the other hand, focuses solely on obstacles and assumes failure or hardship at every turn. When you're in the later stages of life, your energy and time are too valuable to be consumed by relentless negativity. After years of navigating challenges and finding meaning in both joy and hardship, you deserve relationships that uplift and inspire, not those that weigh you down. The constant exposure to someone else's dark outlook can prevent you from fully enjoying the peace and fulfillment you've worked hard to cultivate. Stepping back from a constantly negative person doesn't have to be dramatic or confrontational. Instead, it can be a quiet, intentional act of self-preservation. Begin by gently reducing the time you spend with them. Politely excuse yourself from conversations that turn overwhelmingly negative, and redirect your focus toward relationships that nurture your spirit. Surround yourself with people who embrace life's possibilities and encourage you to do the same. Fading the connection doesn't mean you care less about the individual. It means you care more about your own well-being. You can still offer kindness and understanding from a distance while protecting your energy and mental health. The simple act of prioritizing positivity and uplifting relationships can transform your days, allowing you to savor the beauty and joy that life has to offer. In the quiet act of stepping away, you also create an opportunity for the constantly negative person to reflect on their outlook. Sometimes the absence of an audience for their negativity can prompt them to reassess their behavior. However, even if they remain unchanged, you've taken a significant step toward preserving your peace and reclaiming your joy. Ultimately, letting go of constantly negative people is an act of self-respect. It's a way to honor the life you've built and ensure that your remaining years are filled with hope, gratitude, and meaningful connections. Surround yourself with those who see life's challenges as opportunities for growth, who bring light into your world, and who inspire you to live fully. By choosing to step back, you reclaim your power to focus on the positive and create a space for the tranquility you deserve. 2. The exploiters of kindness. Exploiters of kindness are individuals who take advantage of your generosity without reciprocating or even showing gratitude. These people view kindness not as a gift to be valued, but as a resource to be used at their convenience. Whether it's leaning on you for favors, advice, or emotional support, their behavior often leaves you feeling drained, unappreciated, and even invisible. At first, their requests may seem reasonable, and your natural inclination to help may drive you to oblige. After all, kindness is a reflection of your character, a legacy of care and generosity you've likely cultivated over a lifetime. However, over time, a pattern begins to emerge. They consistently ask for support but offer little in return. When you need help, they are often unavailable, dismissive, or full of excuses. The emotional toll of being exploited can be profound. It's not just about the imbalance of give and take, it's about the feeling of being unseen. Exploiters rarely recognize or acknowledge the effort you put into helping them. They take your generosity for granted, leaving you questioning why you continue to give so much when it's not appreciated. The emotional toll of being exploited can be profound. It's not just about the imbalance of give and take, it's about the feeling of being unseen. Exploiters rarely recognize or acknowledge the effort you put into helping them. They take your generosity for granted, leaving you questioning why you continue to give so much when it's not appreciated. Kindness without boundaries, however, isn't sustainable. It's self-neglect. By constantly prioritizing others' needs over your own, you risk depleting your energy, joy, and peace. This is especially true as you grow older and your resources, including time and emotional capacity, become more precious. You've spent years caring for others. Now is the time to ensure your kindness is directed toward relationships that replenish rather than drain you. Cutting off exploiters doesn't mean abandoning your kind nature. It means protecting it. Establishing boundaries is an act of self-respect and wisdom, ensuring that your generosity is reserved for those who truly value it. Pay attention to how often you give and how rarely they reciprocate or show gratitude. If the relationship feels consistently one-sided, it's a sign that boundaries are needed. It's okay to decline requests that feel excessive or unreasonable. A polite but firm, "I can't help with that right now," communicates your limits while maintaining kindness. Redirect your energy toward relationships that are reciprocal and fulfilling. Seek connections with people who appreciate your kindness and are eager to give back in their own way. Remind yourself that your kindness is a gift, not an obligation. Treat it as something precious that should be shared with care. You don't have to end the relationship dramatically. Instead, gradually reduce the time and energy you invest in the person. Let the connection naturally fade as you prioritize healthier dynamics. When you step away from exploiters, something remarkable happens. You begin to see your kindness for the treasure it truly is. By reserving it for people who value and reciprocate it, you nurture relationships that uplift you. These connections bring balance, mutual respect, and joy into your life, allowing your kindness to flourish in an environment where it's genuinely appreciated. Walking away from exploiters isn't about selfishness. It's about self-preservation. It's about creating space for the kind of relationships that honor your giving nature while also replenishing your spirit. This shift not only protects your emotional well-being, but also enhances your ability to continue sharing kindness with those who truly deserve it. As you embrace the wisdom of setting boundaries, you'll find that your life becomes lighter, your relationships more fulfilling, and your heart more at peace. Your kindness is a gift. Treat it as such, and share it wisely. 3. The disrespectful. Disrespectful individuals are those who dismiss your opinions, ignore your boundaries, or belittle your experiences and achievements. Their actions, whether overt or subtle, send the message that your thoughts, feelings, and presence are unimportant. This lack of respect, no matter how quietly or loudly it manifests, can erode your sense of self-worth and disrupt your emotional well-being. Disrespect doesn't always come in the form of harsh words or confrontations. It might show up in subtle ways, interrupting you when you speak, dismissing your ideas with a condescending tone, or consistently failing to honor your boundaries. These small acts of disregard accumulate over time, making you feel unseen, undervalued, and even diminished in your own relationships. By the time you reach your later years, you've likely weathered enough storms and gained a wealth of life experience to know what respect looks like. It's the foundation of meaningful relationships, and its absence is a sign that a connection may no longer be worth maintaining. Living with disrespectful behavior can have a significant emotional toll. It undermines your confidence and makes you question your value. Relationships with people who disregard your worth can leave you feeling drained and emotionally unsettled, often leading you to wonder if you are at fault for the imbalance. Disrespect can also prevent you from fully enjoying your golden years. Instead of cherishing this stage of life with dignity and fulfillment, you may find yourself preoccupied with navigating the emotional weight of these interactions. It's crucial to recognize that the problem lies not with you, but with those who fail to see your value. Deciding to walk away from disrespectful relationships is not about revenge or bitterness. It's an act of self-respect and empowerment. It's about reclaiming your worth and choosing peace over chaos. Identify the behaviors that make you feel disrespected. Are they dismissive of your ideas? Do they disregard your boundaries? Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward protecting yourself. Communicate your expectations calmly but firmly. For instance, I value mutual respect in our conversations, and I need you to listen when I speak. If the behavior continues, consider reducing your interactions. Disrespectful individuals often thrive on conflict or control. Avoid engaging in arguments or trying to prove your worth. It's not your responsibility to convince someone to treat you with dignity. You don't need to make a dramatic exit from these relationships. Instead, quietly step back, reducing the time and energy you devote to them. Let the connection naturally fade. Foster relationships with those who honor your boundaries, value your opinions, and celebrate your experiences. Surrounding yourself with respectful individuals enhances your emotional well-being and sense of self-worth. When you choose to step away from disrespect, you're affirming your worth. You're sending a powerful message to yourself and others that you deserve to be treated with dignity. This decision opens the door to relationships that are nurturing, balanced, and uplifting. Respect is not negotiable. It's a fundamental cornerstone of any meaningful connection. By letting go of relationships that lack mutual respect, you make room for those that honor your boundaries, acknowledge your experiences, and celebrate the person you've become. In this stage of life, peace and fulfillment are your priorities. Don't allow disrespect to compromise your well-being. Walk away with grace and confidence, knowing that you're choosing what's best for your happiness and health. The relationships that remain will reflect the love, respect, and appreciation you truly deserve. 4. The energy vampires. Energy vampires are individuals who drain your emotional, mental, and even physical energy. They might not have malicious intent, but their constant need for attention, support, or validation can leave you feeling depleted and exhausted after every interaction. These relationships often feel one-sided, with the energy vampire taking far more than they give, leaving you emotionally unbalanced and fatigued. As you grow older, your energy becomes one of your most valuable resources. Every moment you spend with someone should uplift and nourish your spirit, not sap your vitality. Recognizing and stepping away from energy vampires is an essential act of self-care that allows you to protect your well-being and focus on what truly matters. Energy vampires come in many forms. They might be the friend who constantly complains without seeking solutions, the relative who turns every conversation into a venting session, or the acquaintance who relies on you for emotional support but never reciprocates. Here are common signs of energy-draining relationships. Emotional exhaustion. After spending time with them, you feel drained rather than uplifted. Dread or anxiety. You feel a sense of dread before meeting or talking to them. Unbalanced dynamics. Their problems always take center stage while your needs are overlooked. No solutions. They focus on venting rather than resolving their issues, creating a never-ending cycle of negativity. Energy vampires can take a significant toll on your mental and emotional health. Their constant demands and negativity can reduce your capacity for joy, The emotional toll of these interactions can overshadow your ability to enjoy the present, cause stress and fatigue. Chronic exposure to their negativity can lead to burnout and stress. Distract from positive connections. Energy spent on them takes away from nurturing relationships that bring you happiness. Setting boundaries with energy vampires isn't about being harsh or unkind. It's about valuing your own well-being. Here's how to reclaim your energy. Acknowledge how the relationship makes you feel. Reflect on whether interactions leave you feeling lighter or more burdened. Establish limits for your time and emotional energy. For example, reduce how often you interact or politely excuse yourself from draining conversations. If their negativity dominates, gently steer the conversation to a more neutral or positive topic. If they persist, it's okay to change the subject or end the interaction. You don't have to meet every demand or solve every problem they present. It's okay to say, "I can't help with that right now," or "I need some time for myself." If the relationship is too draining to manage, consider quietly stepping back. Let the connection fade over time without confrontation. When you step away from energy vampires, you create room for relationships and activities that bring joy and fulfillment. The energy you once spent on draining interactions can now be redirected to nurturing positive relationships. Spend time with people who uplift and inspire you. Pursuing personal passions. Invest your energy in hobbies, travel, or creative pursuits that rejuvenate your spirit. Finding inner peace. Use your newfound emotional space to reflect, relax, and reconnect with yourself. Walking away from energy vampires is a declaration of self-respect. It's a choice to prioritize your happiness and well-being, ensuring that your limited energy is spent wisely. In doing so, you not only protect your own peace, but also model healthy boundaries for others. By letting go of these draining relationships, you open the door to a life filled with balance, positivity, and meaningful connections. This is the gift you give yourself, one that enhances your golden years with the serenity and joy you truly deserve. 5. The competitor. The competitor is someone who views your achievements not as moments to celebrate together, but as challenges they must outdo. This type of person may not always express their rivalry openly, but their subtle actions and comments reveal a constant need to compare themselves to you. Instead of sharing in your joy, they turn your successes into benchmarks for their own lives, often overshadowing your accomplishments with their attempts to one-up you. As you grow older, relationships should bring comfort, joy, and mutual respect. Interactions with competitors can feel exhausting, leaving you questioning your worth or shrinking your light to avoid triggering their insecurities. Recognizing and distancing yourself from such individuals is an essential step toward fostering a circle of genuine, uplifting connections. Competitors may present themselves as supportive friends or relatives, but certain behaviors reveal their true nature. Redirecting conversations. When you share good news, they respond by highlighting their own achievements, often bigger or better than yours. Minimizing your success. They downplay your accomplishments or attribute them to luck rather than your hard work. Subtle rivalry. Their words or actions suggest they see life as a competition, even when it comes to personal milestones. Creating doubt. Their responses may leave you questioning whether your achievements are truly meaningful or valid. Constantly navigating someone else's insecurities can be draining and disheartening. Their rivalry can then undermine your confidence. Their dismissive or competitive behavior may lead you to second-guess your achievements. Erode trust. The lack of genuine support can make the relationship feel strained and superficial. Diminish joy. Moments meant to celebrate your success become overshadowed by their need to compete. True friends and supportive relatives see your success as a shared joy, not a threat. They celebrate your victories wholeheartedly and remind you that there's room for everyone to thrive. Genuine relationships lift you up. They inspire and encourage you, reinforcing your confidence and self-worth. Foster trust. These connections are built on mutual respect and authenticity, free of hidden agendas. Enhance joy. Celebrating together magnifies the happiness of milestones and achievements. Navigating relationships with competitors doesn't require confrontation or drama. Instead, focus on quiet, graceful steps to protect your peace. Limit sharing personal wins. Share your achievements selectively, focusing on those who will genuinely celebrate with you. Redirect conversations. When their competitive behavior surfaces, steer the discussion toward neutral or lighthearted topics. Gradually step back. If their rivalry continues to strain the relationship, let the connection fade naturally. Invest your energy in nurturing relationships that uplift you. Prioritize supportive bonds. Focus on spending time with people who celebrate your successes and add positivity to your life. Letting go of competitors doesn't mean severing ties with hostility. It's an act of self-care. By stepping away, you give yourself permission to fully embrace your victories without fear of judgment or comparison. You allow yourself to shine, knowing that your worth isn't measured by others, but by your own sense of accomplishment and happiness. As you distance yourself from competitors, you'll notice something beautiful. Your circle may become smaller, but it will also become richer. The people who remain will be those who truly see and value you, celebrating your journey alongside their own. Life is not a competition. It's a shared experience meant to be filled with love, connection, and joy. By walking away from those who turn it into a rivalry, you create space for relationships that reflect mutual respect and shared happiness. Celebrate your successes without hesitation, knowing that true friends and family will cheer you on wholeheartedly. In doing so, you embrace a life of authenticity and grace, where every achievement is a source of pride and every relationship a source of comfort and support. Conclusion. As you journey through life's later chapters, the importance of inner peace and balance becomes undeniable. These golden years are a time to reflect, grow, and cherish the moments and connections that truly matter. Letting go of relationships that drain your energy or disrupt your harmony is not an act of bitterness or rejection, but a profound act of self-love and wisdom. Walking away from negativity, exploitation, disrespect, and rivalry creates the freedom to live authentically and intentionally. It allows you to focus on relationships that bring joy, respect, and genuine support. Connections that reflect your values and enhance your well-being. This process is about creating a life that mirrors the grace and clarity you've earned through decades of experience, lessons, and resilience. Peace is a gift you give yourself, and its rewards ripple throughout your life. In choosing relationships and environments that align with your needs, you reclaim the time and energy to invest in meaningful pursuits, savor quiet moments, and celebrate your unique journey. This stage of life is not about shrinking or compromising. It's about stepping into your power with confidence and joy. By intentionally surrounding yourself with people and experiences that uplift and inspire, you set the foundation for a fulfilling and harmonious life. Remember, you have the right to protect your heart, honor your boundaries, and prioritize your happiness. Letting go of what no longer serves you opens the door to a world of possibilities, where each day is an opportunity to embrace clarity, confidence, and contentment. Live these years with intention, grace, and the unwavering belief that the best is yet to come. You deserve the freedom of peace, and by choosing it, you choose a life of joy, love, and fulfillment.